Be prepared to see a 7'6" policeman, and in the same show, an amazing golden buzzer. Don't go anywhere. You're watching AfterBuzz TV.
You're tuned in to AfterBuzz TV, the ESPN of TV talk. Now, let the buzz begin.
What is up, everybody? You are watching AGT Season 14, Episode 2. I am so excited to be here, especially with my lovely co-hosts, Antoine and Rachel. They are the class acts of Vegas.
Hello. How you guys doing out there? We excited to be here today to talk about the after show of the aftermath of Season 14, show number 2. Trust me.
Yes, I'm ready to go. I'm so excited. I feel like there's a lot of potential Vegas talent in this group of people.
Oh, yeah.
And speaking of Vegas talent, you two are Vegas talent, and if there's anybody that should be judging this competition, it's definitely you guys doing your thing in Vegas. Tell them a little bit, if you guys missed last week, tell them a little bit about what you guys do.
I worked in Las Vegas as an impersonation show called Legends in Concert. I was a backup singer, dancer, soon to be Cher impersonator, hopefully. I was in Tony and Tina's Wedding, which was a dinner show, all improv, and a lot of other random stuff around town. So I'm so excited, and I feel like we've got a lot of Vegas talent up there.
Definitely seeing Vegas talent tonight. It was not like last week. However, I've done a lot of things in Vegas myself. Michael Jackson tribute artist, actually produced and direct my own personal show at Planet Hollywood Casino in Las Vegas. So, man, let's. I'm ready to get to it.
So these guys got the credibility. I'm not like talented in that way. I'm not like a singer, actor, or anything. I do makeup and then fun stuff, and I've actually done a lot of stuff on the red carpet, and I'm very familiar with AGT, interviewing them and stuff. So I do know what I'm talking about. I promise you, I'm not some random person that doesn't know what they're talking about.
No, she knows.
I promise you, AGT is life. Everybody loves AGT. But let's get into it. And in the teaser, I talked about a 7'6" policeman.
Man.
And let's just chat about that real quick, because that really doesn't have anything to do with their act. But that was one of the most scariest acts I've ever seen. Tell me what you think, Rachel, about that.
Oh my gosh. I was watching that, and I honestly, I wanted it to be over the whole time, because I was sitting there and I was like, oh, I think I actually closed my eyes. I put my hands over my eyes. I was like, I can't see this. But I mean, and then the guy with the salt in the eyes and all that, and I just, it was definitely, it was really cool, but I wanted it to be over.
I haven't seen fear in my eyes since my ex told me she missed her period. Like, I don't usually get scared. Those are the type of things that will really have me hiding under my bed sheets. However, man, 7'6" policeman? How? Like, you can't resist that guy. You're just going straight to jail. And to have him to volunteer, that was a role he personally volunteered for, because there's no way, strongly breathtaking.
I guess I was just really confused that he was able to do that and not hit that guy, and the guy barely flinched. I was gonna say, I was like, do you think that there was any setup? Like, that doesn't make sense. If it wasn't for the salt in the eyes, I would think he could see through it.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And salt in his eyes?
Yeah, and there was absolutely no way he could see that. And I think what made me laugh the most was at the end, how nonchalant they were. They're like, oh yeah, thank you. Okay, yeah, great, yeah. I almost died, but, no big deal. Like, it was like, they just, walked on the beach, or, just had a cup of coffee. Like, no, you just took a sledgehammer and almost got the guy in the,
I would have rather...
So scary.
I would rather run through a lion's den with steak on my behind than to volunteer to have a sledgehammer hitting fruit. It was... Who thought of that?
I don't know.
I really don't know, but I think we should move on to something that's a little bit more heartwarming and not as scary, where you're not on the edge of your seat, except you are on the edge of your seat in a different way. Mm-hmm. Benicio Brian.
Oh,
I was so afraid I was going to say her name wrong. Benicio Brian, she's a 14-year-old singer. She received a standing ovation. She has such a deepness to her voice, and I think that, Antoine, you were talking about her. She kind of sounds like Lorde. She has that. And Julian said that she was the entire package. Simon said that, which was a really big compliment, that she reminded him of not of Harry Styles, but the feeling that he had when he met Harry Styles. So, Antoine, started off. What were your feelings on Benicio?
You know what? I know everyone watched at home. I mean, if you saw the clip before, she witnessed a girl getting eliminated. So I'm thinking that she had the same level of talent that she witnessed this girl being eliminated. Now, what Simon was correct, because she was fearful of Simon's comments when she was like, "Oh man, I hope he likes me because that girl was great and they just took her out." But see, Simon was right about her. She played it safe and she kind of was basic. When I seen her go up, it was totally on a different stratosphere. And I thought she actually nailed it. Her voice was actually catchy. Like I said, she sounded a little bit like Lorde, but within her own reach. And that was a personal song. Am I correct? Like that was her own.
so.
No, that was her own. No, I think that wasn't her own.
That
song.
wasn't her own.
No.
It's just something I mean, I'm not familiar with it, so
Yeah,
I thought maybe
I wouldn't
it was.
either. But I think it was an
It's
actual.
like
by somebody.
how he said. It started off real. It just had a build to it. Real basic, but in the end, she nailed it.
Yeah. I mean, being a singer myself, I was so excited to see a singer on the show. Like, I was like, yes, finally. Like, I mean, we saw some singers last week, but I was excited. I had a feeling she was going to be good. I kind of read some Twitter comments about her too. But I was, when she started singing, immediate goosebumps. And that's how I know I like somebody. I get immediate goosebumps. She had a beautiful vibrato, very smooth. I loved her voice. It was something we've heard before, but just a little bit different. And I am so excited to see her continue in this competition and to see what else she's going to sing. So I loved Benicio Brian.
Yeah, I think she was really, really great. And, you know, it sucks that there are such great people, and then you kind of have to move forward to the people that maybe aren't so good. I personally actually think they were good, but Howie didn't think that they were good, and that was the Emerald Bells drill team. Yeah. And they're known for their high kick routine, and Howie was saying that he didn't approve of them and just doesn't think they could compare to the Rockettes. And I was shocked by this because their talent is undeniable. How did you think, did you agree with, let's just ask this, did you agree with Howie or did you not agree with Howie?
I feel like I was split down the middle, to be honest with you, because I saw the talent, but I was like, I don't really want to see more.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't want to see more of them. I thought they were talented, but to go forward in the competition, I probably would have actually sided with Howie.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Rachel, I couldn't agree with you more. Where is our buzzards? Where's our buzzards?
You would have hit the no?
I would have stumped on it, sat on it, blew my nose on it.
Oh.
Let me tell you, I got a big nose, too. If you can't see on iTunes,
I'm sorry, really
huge.
quickly, before you continue that, you don't think they're talented, where you would actually hit no.
That remind me, okay,
buzzer.
maybe because I had, maybe because I've seen it before. In Bally's, they had a group called the Jubilee. Like I said, you see Vegas talent all the time, and sometimes the groups who win those shows end off solo and having their Vegas shows. So I seen Jubilee. It was nothing special. Nothing that had that wow factor. I think it was just the whole country, and that was it.
I mean, I did write down, I said it was very sharp, trippy, and sync. I really enjoyed it. They gave me that Dallas Cowboy cheerleader end with the jumping up with the split, and I was like, yes, work. But like I said, overall, there was nothing. I don't want to see anything next week. Like, I feel like I was just like, I'd seen it.
I do kind of agree with you guys. Sorry, I don't mean to be like you.
Yeah, no, you can point at me.
I do agree with you guys in a sense. I think they're so talented. I think that seeing some people, I'm not even just talking about this episode, just some of the people that I've seen this show, like, let them go forward, has, like, no talent compared to, like, someone that actually has talent, so it confuses me, their definition of talent.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I agree that, like, they were so talented, but am I excited to see them again next week? No, not really.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Gabrielle, which I love, because she was like, this is feeling like it's a little bit like Bring It On. And
have you seen Bring It On? I mean, no, really. Have you seen? I mean, come on.
I've seen Bring It On. I love Bring It On.
And they're obviously gymnasts, and they do a lot of dancing. Julianne does dancing in real life, and she said they were super in sync. I mean, they all really seem to like them besides Howie. So I mean, I would still accept them. I would say yes because they're talented. I'm not going to hit no for someone that's
talented.
Yeah, like I'm not saying that they're going to win because I don't think they are, but you would. I'm still shocked that you guys would actually say
I wish I could have texted my vote in.
I mean, okay, if I hit yes, then they're going to be out in week the first elimination, I think.
Thank you and goodbye.
All right. Very shocked by that, but another act that the judges all unanimously loved, and I've been saying their name wrong this whole time. Masadi brothers. Did I say it right?
Yeah, Masadi brothers.
Okay. So there's 3 of them. There was a dad involved. He's retired, which I'm going to bring into the conversation in a second, which is really funny because all of them are these good-looking guys that take their shirt off. They have these abs. They said their dad retired. Before we get into like their act, I just want to know, do you think the dad also took his shirt off and was
for sure
exposing himself?
Oh, for sure. The dad probably has an 8-pack.
Well, I ain't gonna answer
he
that
better if he's
question.
going to do that.
Yeah. The dad's definitely taking his shirt off along with the sons.
I mean, well, they did call me to be a part, but I was like, nah,
You're like, nah.
They said, can you please? I was like,
Yes, I am here for the shirts off. Look at Terry Crews.
Well, he received this. He's so funny. Well, obviously, you could see that Terry Crews went out there, did his thing, because all I thought about when he came out was doing the little chest bumps. All I thought about was White Chicks. You've seen that, right?
100%.
Hey, anybody, if you haven't seen White Chicks out there, it's hilarious. You have to see it. Terry's in it. He's my favorite in it anyway. But they all received the standing ovation, and Simon said they have star presence, that they checked every box. Howie said that that's a show, that the entire show is about variety, and that he's excited to see what's more of them. And I personally agree because I think that this show just gets oversaturated with singers. A lot of the Golden Buzzers are singers. And I've said this on last seasons, like, I'm not saying you can't be a singer and be on it, but there's so many shows for singers that I love America's Got Talent to be able to show other variety of talent, like Howie said. So what did you guys think about them?
I loved them. I wrote down, what I thought was different about them, and I don't know, I mean, I'm not well versed into all, different type of acrobatic acts like that, but I thought it was crazy how they were balancing on their necks and their ankles and like really like tender ligaments where I was just like, oh my gosh, I feel like that's just gonna break in half. And I mean, they are an act. They could go to Vegas today, have their own show. I've seen stuff like that in Absinthe, in Las Vegas, and also in Vegas the show at Planet Hollywood. So I've seen acts like that, but they do bring a different element. A, they are sexy, and B, like I said, it's the ligaments. I was like, oh God, that's gonna break. But they're sexy, they're hot, and they're gonna do well.
Do you think they're hot, Antoine, and sexy?
Well, I declined because I didn't want to, outshine them. They came out dripped in baby oil, the Baby Oil brothers, and
the Baby Oil brothers.
I think they did a great job. Honestly, it was some things with as far as the acrobats that I have not seen being a triple threat as far as coming out. And the balance acts was great. And I definitely can see them doing something more that'll push the button if they stay further in the competition. So, yeah, I enjoyed them.
Well, Antoine or Rachel, one of you guys I want to toss over. Tell everybody about AfterBuzz and what we're all about. I think it's Antoine I want to pass over to.
Guys, thank you for joining us for AfterBuzz TV. We are the ESPN of talk shows, okay? We have an excellent panel. We're hitting every day of the week. We want to thank you guys for tuning in today, but also tune in tomorrow on Spotify. Check us out on Instagram. Please like, follow, and subscribe, YouTube channels and all. And thank you to our fans. We wouldn't be here without you, and we appreciate you all. I love you.
We do. We love you guys.
Yes,
we love hearing
love
from
you.
you because this show is just so... I think I was saying before, what I love about the show is it's so diverse in the way that there's so many kind of acts. It's not just singers, it's not just dancers, it's everything.
Yes.
And that's what I love about the show. But there's some things I don't love about the show. And this is my personal opinion coming up to flexible comedy. We're just going to cover them really quick. The guy that everybody loved, and he's weird, and he said that he discovered his talent as a weird kid. He's flexible, puts his body through a toilet seat. What else did he put it through? A tennis racket?
Yeah.
I was not a fan. What about you, Rachel?
Like I said, I would go get a drink with this guy. I would chit chat with him, but definitely I didn't see the overall, I wasn't very impressed. Like you said, I wrote down Napoleon Dynamite vibes.
I feel that.
But yeah, I mean, and then I saw on Twitter that somebody put Smalls from The Sandlot. That they kind of look similar.
Yeah.
Which made me laugh. But yeah, I mean, overall, I wasn't very impressed. But hey, if you want to grab a drink sometime, I'm down. I'm weird too. So that's something we have in common. I'm all about the weirdness. So you keep being you.
I like weirdness, but I don't
But
know.
yeah, but not for America's Got Talent. But let's hang out sometime.
It wasn't even weird. It was just like, I feel like he was serious.
Oh, he was definitely serious.
Like, I don't...
I mean,
Come on, Antoine.
I was definitely not impressed. We talking about if you want to impress me, why don't you play on the freeway, okay? I definitely was not giving him the yes at all because, like I said, I've seen different contortionists, and basically climbing through a toilet seat, tennis racket. It just. Come on.
Y'all are really perfect for this show because you
Come
guys are
on.
like, I saw this in Vegas. This happened in Vegas. I'm like, you guys know a Vegas actor.
Not even Vegas. I mean, we have fans that tune in to watch previous AGT's competitions, and we on season 14. Season 14, you gotta bring it.
So would you, this is a question for both of you guys, would you choose Emerald Bell's drill team or flexible comedy if you had to put one through?
The drill team for sure.
Okay, yeah. So I'm seeing where you're at because you guys both said you wouldn't accept the drill team. So you'd say the drill team over flexible comedy. What about?
I have to pick? Like,
Yeah,
this is my
You got to
last-
pick one.
You have to.
Oh,
come on.
So I like women, okay. Drill team.
Okay.
Yeah.
Drill
I was
team.
like, is this
That's
actually
not even.
Drill
That's
team.
like a
Drill
yeah.
team.
I was like, is this even a question?
Drill team.
Well, someone that I think the audience really loved, and not only the audience, the judges, was Ryan Niemiller. Loved him. He called himself the crippled threat. What I liked about him, so he has a hand disability. He's a stand-up comedian. I love that he took something that he knows is a disability and that people look at, and he makes a joke about it. So I think it's also like a protective part about him that before you can make fun of me, I'll make fun of myself. What did you think about it, Rachel?
I loved him. I loved his story. I thought he was hilarious. What did he say? He said like a child staring at him, and he's like, I know. Oh my god, oh my god. Like when he like flipped out and did that whole bit, like I definitely did not do it as well. But I mean, I thought he was amazing. His story was absolutely amazing, and yeah, it's one of those acts. It's one of those stories that we get on these shows that we just go. We have to take a step back. We have to go, wow, my life isn't as horrible as I think it is. Because you know what? When you see somebody like that who's brave enough to get on stage, do that in front of millions of people, and comedy is one of the hardest things to do.
I always say that.
It's so hard. It's so hard. And so to see him just rise above was absolutely beautiful. And he's definitely going to go far.
What are you thinking over there?
You know what? And this is Rachel was absolutely right. Comedy is one of those things that is just so tough to do. Everyone is funny around your friends, but it's different when you're around an audience who have different personalities and different interests. However, when you're talking about comedy, you got the greats, Eddie Murphy. You got Bill Cosby. Well, Bill Cosby used to be great, you know. The pudding popping on. And you got Dave Chappelle. That's right. So
I love Dave Chappelle.
When I see comedians, I don't compare them to the great ones, but I compare them to how great they possibly can be. Yeah. So if all of his routine, so far, he said he makes fun of himself, and even in his one-on-one interview, if your routine just consists of you making fun of yourself, I wonder later in this competition, what else can you bring? Can you put together a story joke? Like I'm interested to see where this goes, but if it's just you cracking on you, then I'm not as interested.
Well, you remember Vicky Barbalak from last season? Her entire act was the whole trailer nasty. She had kind of not the same routine. She always had different jokes, but she kind of did make fun of herself and kind of like being from the trailers. Like, so she kept who she was, but then transformed it into some different new jokes. So I think he could do it. I think it's the first show, and you kind of, that's what he's about. It's something that everyone sees, you know, it's an obvious thing. So I think that after this, you know, hopefully he'll transform. I mean, you know how I feel. Well, actually, no, you don't. This is last season. I always talked about comedians. I did talk about it last time. Comedians, I'm just not, it's, comedian. Why can't I talk today? Comedy is very subjective. So to me, like, I didn't laugh. I liked him. I thought he was a really nice person. I thought he was like, haha, but like it's hard to make me like laugh.
Yeah, like those belly
Even
laughs.
Vicky loved her. When I met her, she's the nicest person. She's so like cute and so like fun and warm and welcoming. But I didn't like laugh at her jokes until maybe like the finale.
Yeah.
But I really liked her. So I don't know.
It's hard with comedians because we want to see more. Like we were like, it's only like 2 minutes, 3 minutes. But yeah, I mean, I'm so excited.
Well, we're definitely going to be seeing him because obviously Howie said we want to see you in the finals. So that's big.
I can't believe, I don't know, flabbergasted about, come on.
What?
Howie, you're right sometimes, but you're just wrong on other. He was right about the.
You don't think that he should be in the finals, right?
No, absolutely no.
What?
And this has nothing to. This is strictly talent. We're just judging strictly on talent, no stories, anything that's attached to it. I thought the jokes were clever. But this is 8. We went through 13 other seasons. You guys watched the show. I don't want to constantly be reminded of last year or like last week's episode. Even if you compare the two, I thought last week's episode was better than, as far as auditioning, was better than this one. So
I do agree with that.
Opinion,
I did like last week's. But, I think those were some of the main acts that we had. If we want to just go through a few other ones. Before we get to the last golden buzzer, let's just go over a few other ones that we liked and that we didn't like. So what did you guys think of GForce when the girl when they come together?
Yes.
That's what it was. They're from Toronto. They're young dancers. They were saying, who said it was going to be on Disney? Gabrielle said that they look like they should be on Disney. So, I mean, did you guys like them? Did you not like them?
I liked them. I mean, they were giving me Spice Girl vibes, Mickey Mouse Club. I was kind of saying a little bit like that. I was bouncing along. I was like, break the internet, we're going viral. I don't know. It was
that's tight.
We were definitely, I mean, I still remember the song, so clearly it's stuck in my head. So, I mean, I thought they were good. I mean, I don't know how far they're going to actually make it, but I did enjoy it. I did enjoy them. It was clever. It was cute. They're so cute, too, the little girl.
I give them first round elimination.
Yeah.
You were so nice the last. Remember your last episode, and then now you're like Mr. Simon.
Yeah, you know what, Thati, where's my bus? I want to hit it. Here's why. If I would have had my cell phone right next to me, I would have called Rafe and Simone. Hook them up with Disney Channel because they definitely remind me of the Cheetah Girls.
Oh, yeah.
You remember Cheetah Girls?
Cheetah Girls, Cheetah Sisters.
Cheetah. Now,
I love the Cheetah Girls.
However, I mean, I'm going to tell it like how it is. They all right.
I agree. They're good for kids.
Yeah, it's
me and my friends used to do that when we were kids. And I thought we were okay.
Oh my gosh, I definitely
we were all right.
I made some dance groups.
I hold this competition up to it's the cream of the crop. Mm-hmm. So I don't want cute. If you're cute, bring it. I don't want to just. I'm like Puffy. Take that. I want to see greatness.
They didn't bring enough cute.
They was cute. They was cute. But listen, Smile can't win competitions. All right, now
apparently a smile can.
Okay, I was just going to say we are going to skip because this just works out too perfectly.
That was a nice lead-in.
It really was, because the judges truly think that a smile can possibly win the competition. If anything, I think we're going to get to Howie's golden buzzer. Oh. Joseph Allen, he's a singer, he raps, everyone's obsessed with this smile. Let's start off with Rachel. Tell us what you think.
Okay. I loved Joseph Allen. Okay. I loved him. He was giving me Hamilton vibes, if anybody, Hamilton the musical. And I just found him to be so current and so in the now and so today. I loved how he went and weaved in and out of singing he had a great singing voice. He had a great rap. I mean, he just overall, and he does his own producing, his own engineering. So I'm excited to see more of him, and I definitely believe that he deserved the golden buzzer tonight.
Sorry, Antoine's just making so many faces.
What faces are you making?
Antoine, you do not have a poker face. No, he does not have a poker face.
Come.
And he's from Vegas. Why don't you have a poker face?
No, I'm from Detroit, so I'm from.
You know what I mean.
Yeah. You know what I mean. Like it is. I felt like sharpening pencils and falling on them. Okay, that gave me the most. Was that a pity vote? Well, I mean, I don't understand. Did they have to give someone, because if anyone I felt that deserved the golden buzzer, it was the singer Benicio.
I million% agree.
I did not.
Million% agree.
It was the second act of the day. Go back and watch it. Benicio. I don't care whose song it was. Beautiful. The voice, amazing. Yeah, he came out looking like, perfect smile, showing all his 55 teeth, the teeth he was born with since he was a fetus. I get it. Amazing guy. Came out, singing and rap. We seen that before. Drake. No, for real, no. Drake does that. I mean, come on. His rap was okay, and his singing was all right.
Yeah, I'm not going to lie. I totally agree. I think he's so cute, but I... Pretend that you couldn't see him. You know what I mean? Put blindfolds on and you heard him. Like, what I got from that is, he's cute. Oh, he can rap. This is literally my voice. He can rap. He can sing. That was cute. Golden buzzer worthy? No. And also, I thought that maybe Ryan Niemiller would have gotten it, just because a lot of times I hate saying the sympathy vote, but for the golden buzzer, it's a lot of people that have a life story or has something. So I really thought it could be coming. I really thought it may be Ryan, just because of his struggles and stuff. So when Joseph got the golden buzzer, I was shocked, and also that Howie, I would have never expected Howie, because he did, but he does like singers, because last year he did Courtney, so I'm like,
okay.
Yeah, but it's a totally different vibe. Yeah. I'm very confused.
Like you said, if I would have heard him on a blindfold, if he was on my Pandora, skip. Without question.
Yeah.
I probably would have listened to the first.
He's not bad.
He's not bad. I mean, I'm digging it. I'm digging it for sure.
So we have one person that's digging it, another person that's not, and I'm just like, he's cute. I like his little smile is really cute. I would look at him smile, but I don't know.
If I spend my life at a dentist, my teeth be cute too.
I mean, yeah. Well, there was two other acts that go over Light Balance Kids and Nicholas Wallace. So Light Balance Kids, their parents were from Ukraine, and they actually were on last season of AGT, last season. And now it's
2 seasons ago.
Yeah.
It was? Why do I think it was last? I'm probably getting the seasons mixed up.
Yeah,
I think I'm getting the seasons mixed up. But their parents were on it, and now it's the kids. And I mean, I think they did great, but to me, it's just I've seen it before.
Oh, I was very impressed. I thought it was so cute, and they just came out and they're like, "We're just in our clothes, and we're just gonna
cute.
Yeah." And then they left the stage, and then I was like, "Wait, what is going on?" And I never saw Light Balance when they were on America's Got Talent. So for me, I haven't seen anything like this.
It's a different perspective. That's interesting.
So for me, I hadn't seen anything like this, so I was definitely impressed. I loved them.
I think the technician should go on to the next round, because it was more technical than talent. I think it was more of a light show than actual skill. So again,
I kind of agree with you on that. Kinda.
I look at it as what can go on the strip in Vegas right now, variety show today, regardless of the talent or the technician or whatever. That's something that
you're right.
Image wise, like visually, I am like blown away by. So
I keep going back and forth, because like I agree with each of you in different ways. I think that it's probably harder than it seems. Like you think, because think about it, the dancing, you have to line up perfectly every time to make that image, to make that image or picture of whatever they're producing come up. Yeah. No, he's just shaking his head. I can't.
I had a seizure looking at that. They just messed up my eyes. One was looking one way. It was too much flashing. I mean, I got high blood pressure. I can't take this.
Where did the sweet Antoine from last week go?
He's like, Rachel, whatever you say, I'm doing the opposite.
I'm out of tissue. Okay, I'm out of tissue for this week.
Okay, well, what about? Let's get into the last contestant, Nicholas Wallace, and he says that he dabbles in strange and unusual. And do you guys think this was planned? Because everyone seemed confused. The judges seemed to like it, but it was like kind of confusing.
Yeah, I mean, Gabrielle Union, she is an actress, but I thought she genuinely didn't know what was going on. But I was definitely like this the whole time.
I was just confused. Like, I'm curious if she knew, because if she really didn't know, then that's really weird. But if she did know, then I don't know. What are you thinking over there?
I think that's the what is it? It's some type of magical act. It will fall in the illusion type category. I would say. Definitely Halloween material. Can't wait for 31st of October. Because I was not there, I guess they had more of an impact being there. Again, guys, this was some type of illusion, and like you said,
Like a voodoo doll.
yeah, as if Noah Gabrielle was in it or was she not in it. I don't think she was, but I didn't feel the full effect of it as the people that were there, like the judges, everyone that was there. Me watching it at home, I was just like, I don't know if I'm entertained or just like, okay, maybe it's because I don't know if I believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm curious to see what more he has.
Yeah, I feel like I say that when I say that I'm curious to see what more somebody has. It's because like I'm like, where do you go?
Where do you go from here? There's a lot of things that you're like, where do you go from here? Just like the guys, God, that were throwing the not the machete,
the sledgehammer.
Yeah,
I know. Yeah. That
like,
stuff. It's like, where do we go from here? They said they got a lot more material, so I'll be interested in that. What about it was the girl that sang?
I was literally just about to say we missed her, Adeline Bates.
Yes,
and she was in a group when am I saying
it might be Adeline Bates.
Adeline Bates. Yeah. When she was 17 years old, she was in a group, and now she is 63. And I was literally about to bring her up. That's so funny. She was playing a half man, half woman role when she was singing. What did you think about that?
Oh God, I loved her. I mean, she said she had a 4-octave range. She reminded me, I mean, she was a little bit older, kind of like Susan Boyle, comparison. I mean, except for Susan Boyle was Susan Boyle, not two people. But again, I love singers. I love something that's going to make me laugh, and that's exactly what Simon. That's exactly what she said. I wanted to make you. I wanted to entertain you. I thought it was out of the box. I thought it was very different, and I want to see some more duets. I want to see a whole new world from Aladdin. I want to see, we heard Unforgettable. I'm ready to see some Summer Lovin' maybe from Grease. So I'm excited to see more of her. And I just thought she was endearing, and I really enjoyed her.
Yeah, she was great. I honestly think, man, that she has vocal range simply because it was very delicate too. It wasn't forced. Everything was very polite. If I could say that doing a song. And she nailed, to me, I'm not a vocalist, but Rachel, I would ask you, like, her notes was really spot on.
I mean, I don't think, I would like to hear more. I mean, I wasn't, like, blown away by her voice, but just the sheer, her going from being a man to a woman. I mean, I heard the difference.
And it was a classical piece. It was a type of song that made it so soft.
Yeah. Yeah, she was definitely interested, and I'm excited to see what more she has.
Yeah. Yes.
And so before we get into our top 3, I just wanted to quickly breeze over our golden buzzer. So last week, we have 2 now. So it's Gabrielle did the golden buzzer for Cody Lee, and this episode, Howie with Joseph Allen. So we have our 2 golden buzzers, and I'm excited to see what other ones we have next week. Yeah. But let's move on to some news and gossip.
AfterBuzz TV News.
What's up, guys? Antoine Baynes and the AfterBuzz staff giving you the news and gossip for AGT. Guys, we have former NFL Los Angeles Rams player talking about the movie we were just speaking of earlier, saying that he would not mind doing a sequel to White Chick. So look out for that. You never know. You never know. Things is in. Hey, people talk.
I'm sorry. That's my favorite. One of my favorite shows, guys. I'm not even kidding you.
Also, Julian is working on new music, so stay tuned for that. And
Julian does music?
The same thing I say. That's Dancing with the Stars star. Julian is making a new music, so look out for that.
I didn't even know she did one.
Also, the act with the India group, which we had seen in the show, Simon gave a report that later this season, there was an act that almost cost him his life. So he was inches away from not being with this guy. So we don't know what happened. We got to stay tuned and find out, because Simon was so close to an act on stage that almost could have went wrong. Right?
Yeah, that's...
So we don't know what happened? Also, sign up for AGT, guys. Auditions going on right now. I personally did. In fact, if you sign up right now, they have auditions in California, all around. I think 3 states are chosen, but here in San Diego, if you sign up right now, you have priority auditions. So that's great. Stay tuned for more. You too can compete for $1 million and a chance to be AGT's Season 14 America's Got Talent champion.
Wow, you're really great at news and gossip over there. Also, did you say that you did apply?
Yeah, I did. So,
fingers crossed.
The stuff that I'm talking about, them, Yeah.
Well, fingers crossed.
Well, fingers crossed. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Obviously.
Thank you.
And yeah, so I think we should get into our top 3.
Yes.
So our special segment, Top 3 of America's Got Talent, Season 14, Episode 2. Let's chat about our top 3.
Yes, we have our special segment, our top 3 guys. These are the acts that all 3 of us have agreed on that we think were the best of the episode. A little disagreement here and there, but overall, I feel like these are the best 3 acts from the episode. Benicio Brian, number 1 for me.
She was number 1 for me, too.
Yeah, she was number 1 in my book.
For me, too.
Yeah, so Benicio Brian. And then we have the Masadi brothers in the top 3, number 2. And then our last one, we're going to do the Cripple Threat, Ryan. That's our top 3. We've got Benicio Brian, we've got the Medici brothers, and we've also got Ryan, the Cripple Threat.
All right, is it Medici or Masadi? Because
Masadi. It's
I'm
Masadi.
saying something different.
Masadi.
I put it out on my second page. You did the whole writing it out
It's
thing.
okay. I was confused half the time.
Yeah, we're all learning here.
Well, so let us know in the comments below, what are your top 3 or top 4, top 5, or did you like them all? Did you not like any of them? We really want to hear from you guys because it's so interesting to hear other people's perspectives. We hear ours, but we like to hear yours too. So definitely chat with us and let us be our friend. We also have an open chat. I should have mentioned that in the beginning.
Yes. No.
So next time you can get in this little open chat with us. But what do you guys expect for the rest of the season? Or that's a lot to ask. So what do you guys expect for the rest of auditions?
I mean, I'm expecting the talent to just go up from here, and I'm excited to see what more talent, what else is going to come out of nowhere and just surprise me and be something I've never seen before. So I'm so excited to see something I have never seen before. And I don't know what that is yet, but I have a feeling we're going to see that this season.
I agree, Rachel, and absolutely, you're right. And our expectations may be high because we've seen so much through the years with AGT. So I'm being blown away is an understatement. It's just like, wow. Like, I want to jump out my seat. And I did that last week.
Well, are there any acts that you guys would like to see, like any different kind of acts? Because so as of right now, we've seen singers, and this is for last week and this week. We've seen singers, we've seen acrobatic kind of acts, we've seen dancing, just kind of going through some of the stuff that we've seen too. We've seen comedians. I'm trying to think of some other acts would you like to see.
Maybe more musical acts, like maybe like a different, like more instruments. Maybe we saw the piano player last week.
Yes.
But maybe more instruments, maybe something along those lines, but like with a violin or a guitar or something musical. I mean, I love music, so something along those lines.
I want to see a magic act that doesn't consist of cards being their primary go-to. I want to see something like you popping out of a 4K television, something like something you come into life like out of a doll and it start talking.
You want them to come out of your TV.
Yeah, something that's like, what did he like? Cars are great. Because last week we had a musician and he was phenomenal. They actually said that he was better or almost the same pedestal as their winner from last season.
Favorite.
So I want to see something of that magnitude.
What about you?
I don't know. I'm looking through the ones from today and I'm like, there was comedy, there's singers. I really don't need to see more singers. I think a lot of people probably disagree with me on that because it is talent. You disagree?
Yeah, I mean, I love singing competitions.
I do too, but this is different.
Yeah, I agree, but I mean, God, I love a good vocalist. Give me some chills.
Okay. Please don't hate me, everybody. Please in the comments don't hate me. It's not that I don't like singers. I don't think that they don't deserve to be there. It's just for me, there's so many singing competitions that when I watch AGT, I want to see something crazy. I want to see something like extravagant. I'm trying to think what I'd like to see more of. I like more the gymnastic circus dance kind of stuff. Like I like tricks and that kind of stuff. Kind of like like my favorite from last season, Zucchero was one of my favorite acts ever. So I'm thinking how I like that kind of act and maybe add some different flavor to it. Another thing I like is, but I don't know if this too much was just Broadway. Like I love musicals.
Yes.
So to have like singers that do like multiple singers that do musicals, but then that's kind of like Broadway. So like, is that AGT? You know, like it's kind of like a weird line. Fine line.
I love and I love musical comedy. So if I could get somebody up in here that's doing music and comedy at the same time, I'm hooked.
And like a good singer and also that's what I want to say.
Ginzilla, I think from last week kind of gave us a little bit of that, which I enjoyed. So I want some more of that.
Yeah, I want more than
Maybe
that,
if they do something, you know, they interact with the audience. It would be like if Gabrielle Union would have done that that freakish act by what's his name.
Nicholas Wallace.
Yeah, if it would have been more so of the audience, someone that's honest. That's not someone that you can believe. That's like, okay, so they're strangers. You know, that's audience.
Yeah.
I you know, bring more of the judges in it, but push it a little bit, but not too far. I want to see a combination between acrobatics, something very tricky, like last week when the guy flew through the air and on fire, mixed with something of magic. Like I don't get ate by a shark, and I don't know. Just.
He wants like near-death experiences, pretty much.
If you could just get eaten by a shark, that would be great. Please.
Well, thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the After Show of AGT, Season 14, Episode 2. We love having you guys. We love being here. We are AGT super fans, so it's dear to our hearts here. Tell us where we can find you guys.
You can find me on Instagram at Rachel Swindler.
Yes, Instagram also at Simply Different 87. Website coming soon.
And you can find me on Instagram at Justine DiVanna. And until next time, we'll see you guys then.
Our founder, Kevin Undergaro, and me, Maria Menounos, would like to thank you for tuning in to AfterBuzz TV. Remember, we're not just the first, we're the biggest in the world, and we're the only destination for all your favorite TV shows. Whatever you crave, we've got it. So go to AfterBuzzTV.com and check out our lineup. Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.